fine people at Fox News, we're talking about a protein campaign that was banned in the UK. Now, Protein World is this big company that tries to sell things like protein shakes.
Well, no shit. I wonder what product a company named Protein World would be selling, Miss Kasparian. Yeah, I know, it was low-hanging fruit, but I really don't like Anna. I'd like to talk to Anna one of these days, but I don't like her.
And apparently they had one ad that said, "Are you beach body ready?" And then they had a really skinny model in the ad.
Well, I don't know if we should call her really skinny. How about more really toned? It's very toned and slender body. I've seen girls who are, a lot skinnier than that. A lot unhealthier. She had nice abs, too. So I don't really think slender, slender would be the best adjective to use. I don't really think skinny would work here. Thin also would work, but not really skinny. Skinny has a connotation of, like being like bone thin, you know what I mean? Continue.
Now, the UK is very different from the United States.
Well, I don't know about all that. USA and Great Britain, in terms of culturally speaking, I can see different colloquialisms being different and maybe the use of the English language and accents, but as far as I know, I've talked to a couple of people from, Great Britain, and culture seems to be pretty much the same. Even the colors of our flags are pretty similar, and there are black people who live there in the same way that black people who live over here in America. I think one big difference is that we have Mexicans and some very small amount of Asians. I don't know if there are any Asians who live in Great Britain, but it's not really all too different. I know, that's a digression, I'm sorry. Our cultures are really similar. Not exactly the same, but they're pretty fucking similar.
Not all ads fly in the UK. If there's some sort of ad that might give people body image issues, well, they'll reconsider whether or not that ad should air or run anywhere. But in the UK, we have decided, not in the UK, in the US, we have decided that the whole Protein World ad campaign is acceptable. We're going to run it here. And Fox has chimed in on it. And here's what Andrea Tantaros has to say.
Yes, yes, give me some Andrea Tantaros. Let that clip roll.
Part of the problem, Andrea, is that some of them have been photoshopped, and so, it's not exactly truth in advertising. Is that breaking news?
Well, the interesting thing about that model in particular was she actually was not photoshopped. Like, I have a picture of her. Hold on. Just wait. Let me finish. I have a picture of her, yes, but I used that picture in another video of mine talking about unrealistic expectations. And if you have not seen that video on unrealistic expectations, go check that thing out after you watch this one. However, the model in the Protein World ad actually looks like that. The only difference being is that she isn't gray, but should I really have to explain that? Should I really have to?
If it was a drawing at this time of year, anyone with a functioning brain asks himself that question: are you beach body ready? In fact, I ask myself that question every single day, and I bet you people who have a problem with this ad going into summertime are not beach body ready.
Oh, look at the They're saying yes, you
No,
are.
because Andrew, right now, everyone who's protested this thing is, I don't ask myself that question, and that body image is not the one that I see.
I'm telling you,
that's where it's going.
it's such a bunch of bull. Everyone wants to know if they look good in a swimsuit
But what I'm saying
going
is,
into summer.
if you're one of those people, ignore it, walk by it, forget it.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Was that intelligent commentary coming from Fox News? First of all, I don't really listen to news stations at all because it's all a bunch of bullshit. But, intelligent commentary coming from fucking Fox News? From fucking Fox News? Intelligent Whew. Where am I? Is this real life right now? Is this real life?
And for kids who see it, you said? You should be teaching your kids to not be hypersensitive. If they can't survive a world with signs that make them uncomfortable, they're in trouble.
Where have you been all my life? These are tears of joy. It's about fucking time. Someone said the very obvious truth. And it was on Fox News. Why did I have to wait so long to see people like this? Intelligent fucking commentary on mainstream media. today is a good day.
Should grow up wanting to look like that anyway.
Female test stars. We are moving on.
Oh, boy.
Oh my God, like anyone with a functioning brain is always concerned about whether or not they're Beachbody ready. Like I ask myself that question every day.
Someone sounds a little salty.
I can't believe she said anybody with a functioning brain.
Ironic.
I mean, wow. So it's, look, if they had kept half that conversation, it wouldn't be so bad. Say, hey, look, you know what? Are some people asking themselves if they're Beachbody ready? And as we head into the summer on the East Coast, like here in LA, we're always Beachbody ready. This body's always ready for the beach.
Do you ask yourself that question every day, Jake?
Every day I wake up and I say, am I ready? And I think, not ready. Okay. So now, if you said, hey, look, people think about that, and that's a normal thought for people to have, and these guys are trying to capitalize on that, no problem with that conversation, right? But if you turn around and you say, anybody with a functioning brain has to be so obsessed with their body, like that they drive themselves crazy, and every day they're thinking, am I ready? Am I ready? Am I ready for a bikini shot? Am I ready?
Well, you know, over here in reality, I've noticed that a bunch of young ladies are really obsessed with the way they look. Some on the internet run Tumblrs. Some of them go to the Gone Wild section on Reddit and post pictures of their naked bodies so they can get compliments. Some women will then become, you know, actual models. You'll see lots of girls here on Instagram who do stuff like that. There are lots of young ladies who are incredibly obsessed with their bodies and want to look good and want to look well. So, because there are so many young ladies who do this, it seems to be pretty normal. And you wouldn't say that these young ladies don't have a functioning cognitive system. You would probably say that they're either A, insecure, or B, they're normal by definition. They're normal because most of the young female population is that particular way. So, Andrea would in so facto be correct in her analysis there. Now, I know what a lot of you people are thinking. You people are probably thinking, Zarius, where is your scientific peer-reviewed evidence that a lot of young ladies are constantly worrying and thinking about the way they look? Well, I don't have any. So in lieu of that, I'm going to ask you to do me a favor. Go to Google and type in, why are women obsessed with the way they are look? Look at the amount of results that show up, and then read every single one of those results. And then, what I want you to do is I want you to go to the websites that I had mentioned in the previous clip and look at all of the women posting pictures of themselves continuously. Then I want you to go talk to your mother or your sisters or your cousins or your female friends or just women off the street and ask them, why do they put on makeup? Why do they spend so much time thinking about the way that they look? And then after you've done that, I want you to go talk to all of the people who got upset with the Protein World ad and ask them about how they feel about the ad and why it upset them. That they didn't measure up or that they weren't called Beachbody ready. And then I want you to go talk to all of the overweight women who are constantly thinking about the way that they look. You do that for me. And after you've done all of that, come back and ask me for my scientific peer-reviewed evidence. Continue, Mr. Kasparian.
That's not what I would really suggest. And they say it with no tongue-in-cheek, there's no sense of irony.
No, and okay, so that was bad, but the part that bothered me more was when she was like, I bet like all the people that have a problem with this ad are not Beachbody. Fuck you.
Somebody's a little salty.
You don't know that.
I don't know. I think she does know that. Let's play this game out logically now, shall we? If these people were Beachbody ready, would they really be upset at looking at someone else who is in the same condition that they are in? Come on, Anna. Logically delineate that through your brain. Do you really think that someone who is physically fit will look at another person who is physically fit and then get upset that an advertisement is using this other physically fit person to sell products to physically fit people? Oh, you don't have an answer? I didn't think you did.
Yeah.
Right, there might be people who have kids, for instance, who have a serious eating disorder or have a family member who has a serious eating disorder, and they're worried about the unrealistic body expectations that these ads put out there.
Again, I've made a whole video on how these standards aren't unrealistic, They're just hard to obtain. And some of the things that young ladies want from other young ladies are genetic. Things that they cannot obtain because they just don't have the genes for it, obviously. And that's why they feel those insecurities. But they're not unrealistic. Because evidently, people like that exist. They are real. So by definition, they are not unrealistic. You stupid idiot.
Like, have a intelligent conversation about it. But anyone with a functioning brain could do that. Unfortunately, you kind of don't have one.
Man. I'm telling you, man. Somebody here is a little salty.
Yeah, no, it's amazing. She refuses to see anything outside of her own perspective.
Pot. Calling the kettle black.
Yeah.
I mean, that is really, again, Fox News in a nutshell. She thinks, well, if I'm not bothered by the cops, I don't understand why anybody's bothered by the cops. Right?
No, she thinks that you lack a functioning cognitive system because you're bothered by an image that you are no way in so fact forced to uphold. Because you're not. Because even if you don't look beef variety, or even if you don't look like the woman on that ad, you're still probably going to find some guy who wants to have sex with you. I mean, I've wanted to have sex with girls who didn't look anything like that. I mean, I'm just saying.
Right? If I'm rich, I don't understand why anybody's complaining about income inequality. I make a lot of money at Fox News Channel, right? If I'm obsessed about my body every single day, why isn't everybody obsessed about their body every single day? What's wrong with you guys? Mm-hmm. Like, well, how could that be an issue for anybody? God, they live in such a sad, sad bubble.
I'm not gonna say it. I was going to say it. Actually, you know what I'm gonna say? I'm going to invoke Sargon's Law. You guys know what Sargon's Law is, right?
Where they're the only ones who exist in the world.
Yep.
They're the epitome of self-centered. And I can't believe that people watch that and don't get bothered by it.
The lack of self-awareness that these people have blows my mind. It really does. I mean, that is comedy unto itself. So, like I said, I have made several videos revolving around the topic of protein world. I've also made a video about unrealistic expectations that I think every young lady and young man should gaze upon in their free time. So that being said, I will have links to those somewhere over here. That being said, I certainly hope you guys enjoyed today's video. And if you did, man, go ahead and click that like button. Go ahead and click that subscribe button. Comment in the comment box below. And as always, have a great day. I will see you cool cats soon. Adios.